Hi there. We are the Safety and Security Committee for the upcoming 13th ATA Convention. And thank you for your interest and time to watch our presentation today. And this presentation is to provide a brief summary of our high-level plan of security and safety activities for our event. So, who are we? This is our team: Lokesh, Sridhar, Ravi, Raj Reddy, and myself, Venkat. So, with that introduction, let's start the presentation. This is the Google Map view of the convention center and the vicinity of the convention center. And these are the two major accommodations that our guests will be staying at: Marriott and Loews. So from here, there is a covered walkway directly connected to the convention center lobby. And we think this walkway is pretty safe to go back and forth at any time of the day, and we are not planning on guarding these walkways at any time of the day. So for all other guests driving or walking, this is the main entrance, and this is called 12th Street and Arch Street intersection. And the area that's marked in green, we need to be prepared to control spontaneous explosion of people dropping off and picking up, and especially certain times of the day when the program, for example, like the program ends. So we may have to work with the local police department probably to control the traffic. So that's pretty much the aerial view, and that's the outside part. But whichever way you come, either through main entrance or through the walkways, you probably end up at this area. This is where our registration and concierge is. The concierge, that's the information desk as well. And throughout the convention, there will be at least one member of our team available at this location. And this is the best place to report any security-related incidents, like lost or stolen, missing children, etc. So once you get past the concierge area, this is the aerial view of 3 halls that we will be using for our convention. Hall A on the right hand side, that's our auditorium, and Hall B is for the vendor exhibitions, and Hall C is for our dining. So these are the 3 halls, but there is only one entrance to access any of these areas, and that is at the entrance of the vendor exhibition hall. So we will have at least 3 security guards at this entrance, and this is where people will be checked for the wristbands to go inside, basically. So once you pass the main entrance, once you get past this entrance, you will land in the vendor exhibition hall. And this is the central area with two entrances to the dining hall on the top side, and the 2 entrances to the auditorium on the bottom, and one exit, of course, the way you entered into this hall. So going up, this is the dining hall, and like I said, this has 2 entrances and 1 exit on the left hand side, and then there is 1 loading dock, and there will be at least 1 security person at each of these points, and the entrances will be controlled based on the dining schedules, of course. So that's pretty much the dining hall area, and coming down to the other side of it is the auditorium. Similar to the dining hall, this also has 2 entrances, 1 exit, and a loading dock. And also, there will be, like on the dining hall side, there will be at least 1 security person at each of these points. But the auditorium is special, and in addition of the 3 security people on each side of the auditorium, there will be 3 people on each side to control the seating. So the seating in the auditorium is categorized into different sections like VVIPs and VIPs, etc. So avoiding a lot of confusion and people moving around. These are the security. The seating will be controlled by the security people. Also, there will be one security person to control the access to the stage and the backstage area. So that's pretty much the auditorium part. And so going back to the big picture, all in all, there will be at least 18 to 20 people controlling these areas. And rest assured, we are trying our best that you leave the convention with nothing but good memories. So, moving on, what are our next steps? So we need to obviously work with all other committees to identify if there are any additional security requirements. Maybe like VIPs, VVIPs, then review the final program schedule once it's finalized, so we can map the security schedules accordingly. And then we finalize our security plan. Once we have our final plan, we need to review it with the convention center security group as well. In parallel, we need to work with the authorized vendors and get the request for quotations, basically to estimate the budgets and finalize the vendor. So we'll then have to work closely with the for that pricing and the vendors. We'll work with the coordinator, the convener, and the ad hoc committees, as required. So that's we'll in the next few weeks we'll be on this task, and then we'll have a final plan. Lastly, we really hope and pray that everything goes as planned, but it is very important for us to be prepared for a disaster if it were to happen. And we need to of course we'll work with the convention center security team. So we need to be familiar with what are the evacuation plans. We need to talk about things like identifying key people, where would we regroup after a disaster, what would be the call tree procedures, like who calls who, and probably a hotline or information line for the people to know the status, etc. So that's pretty much all our high-level plan, and hopefully this is helpful for you. And we thank you again for watching this presentation. Thanks everybody.